Good afternoon. Hello, please share this video. I'm going to be explaining a little bit of the products, just a little bit. And then I want to go into explaining how I earned $1,900 in 3 days. Please share. I'm going to give it about 60 seconds to allow some people to jump on. I'm going to give it about another 60 seconds or so. Hi, Stephanie. How are you? I'm going to give it about 30 more seconds, and I'm going to go ahead and go on because I know I value your time as well as I value my time. And I got to get to work. So I'm going to make this real quick on how we can make this quick, easy money with Total Life Changes. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and go on because I have customers coming. I'm in about 30 minutes, so I want to go ahead and get this started. I'm going to give you a little bit of history about myself. I am a 45-year-old mother of 3 beautiful, respectful young adult children. I am a wife of 19 years with being with my husband for a total of 23 years. I've been my own boss in the beauty industry for 23 years, and I have owned my own salon for 18 years. I have challenges in the past with battling cancerous cells as well as being severe anemia. I am no longer battling those cancerous cells nor battling severe anemia since I've been introduced to Total Life Changes as of July of 2015. Although Total Life Changes, as well as myself, do not hold any medical claims, cures, or mitigations to anything, these products simply work. When I joined Total Life Changes, I was not interested in the business at all. I actually was into it because it changed my life, my health for the better. I was always tired, constantly tired. I would come to work. You know, you want to come to work and you don't want to work and you're feeling agitated. I was very tired. But, you know, I managed through that to get because I know what I had to do to, you know, help support my family. I wasn't interested in the business. I was sold on the health benefits. I wanted to share with the world what I have found. I think when we got into Total Life Changes, I was sitting on a health gold mine. And I couldn't believe it. 6 months went on. Being with Total Life Changes and using Total Life Changes products, I was joined with Total Life Changes, but I was not interested in it. So 6 months passed, And I noticed after the 6 months, I lost 42 pounds ingesting the ISO Detox Tea and the NutriBurst. I was also taking the chaga and the Tichui for my severe anemia and for my cancerous cells that I had been battling. My family and friends, they saw the change in my body as well as my attitude, because these products, they work. And when you're feeling great, your attitudes change. You're always smiling. You feel full of energy, and you just want everybody else to feel what you feel. And that's what happened to me. I started selling the products like they were hotcakes, because people was, they was loving what I was looking like. They was loving the feel. They was loving the new Zeta. And I was getting older. I had turned 45, and I'm in denial. I'm in a middle age crisis, that. But anyway, I feel like I'm 20 years old. I got my youth back for taking these products. And the customers and my family and friends, they saw what was going on with me in my body, my attitude. I changed mentally, physically. And, I always was, up knowing God, but it got me closer to God, right? We got to understand, how things really work when you have great products and you get a good sound mind. And with me being the product of the product, I sell a lot of products now, and I was selling then and not even knowing that I could really be making money. And my sponsor, actually, he was like, Zeta, you know what you're doing, right? You could be really making money because you're selling the products. And I was like, oh, I don't care about the money. I'm my own stylist. I have my own salon. I'm making my own money. But I really got to focus on, wait, I am really buying a lot of products. And I need to know how to sell these products. I was buying the products as a rep and not as a customer. And I was buying a lot of products, but I wasn't interested in the business part of it. So I really sat down and got to thinking, how can I make simple, easy money? Because I'm selling the products. So why not do it the correct way? And being the product of the product, hey, I sell a lot of products, and it just comes natural to me with being in the beauty industry, talking to people like I do. And you have to be the product of the product in order to sell something. You cannot be looking like a nightmare trying to sell a dream, right? Don't nobody want. If you 500 pounds and you asking somebody, do you want to lose 5 pounds in 5 days? What do you think that person is thinking? They thinking, well, of course, you. So you want to become the product of the product and let the product speaks for itself. Let the product sell itself. And it will. My business grew so fast with Total Life Changes. I've been doing the business part of it ever since 2016, January of 2016. So it's been just a little bit over a year now. And I've been getting paid every week with Total Life Changes. And I want to say this. Total Life Changes hold no financial claims to anything. If you work the business, you will make money. That's with anything. If you go to your 9 to 5 and if you work, you would make money, right? If you don't work, you won't make no money. And that's with anywhere. Don't get me wrong. I love, the financial side of it. I love speaking on the testimonials, sharing how TLC has 100% all natural products that ain't no punk. They get in there and do exactly what it say it's going to do. They work almost instantly. I know when I started first using Total Life Changes, I felt the instant gratification within 3 days. I was sold. I was hooked. You would have thought that I was on some crack. Because, Total Life Changes, I felt the new me come alive. And it was great. I was loving it. Also, my husband, he has a testimonial out of this world. My husband don't do Facebook, but it's so Total Life Changes really sold me 1,000%. When my husband had bulging, he had what did he have? My husband had 2 degenerated discs. he had a bulging disc in his back, and he started taking the chaga. I was giving him the chaga. My husband was off work for 8 months, you guys. 8 months in 2015. I started giving him the chaga when I took the business serious, January of 2016. He took the chaga for 2 weeks. 2 weeks. He was constantly in pain. And I ain't never seen a man cry. I ain't never seen my husband cry in the 22 years that we was together. Never seen him cry. The pain was unbearable. I wanted to, wish I could just strike it rich and just retire him right away. But I wasn't rich, so he couldn't retire. So we had to get this chaga in his system. Within 2 weeks, my husband was feeling instant gratification, no back pains. I was taking him to the doctor every 2 weeks for 8 months to get shots in his back that worked by the time we got home, and he was still feeling pain. That's why he was off work for so long. With the chaga is a Siberian mushroom. It's an Asian mushroom that heals and rebuilds your immune system. How many Asians you know that's in the obituary? How many Asians you know that's in the doctor office? I know when I'm in the doctor office, I might see one Asian person in the doctor office every 2 to 3 years, because they found what heals them. And it's that chaga. Total Life Changes has found the healing potion to get our bodies on track. The chaga is extremely high in antioxidants, and it's an anti-everything. It's anti-high blood pressure, anti-cardiovascular, anti-inflammatory, anti-cancerous cells, right? Remember when I told you I was battling those cancerous cells? It's anti-sugar diabetes, anti-HIV-1. Y'all get the point, right? My husband's life has changed tremendously, and he have a testimonial out of this world. If I can get my husband to do this and be sitting here at this time, but he's at work, right? And he hadn't took not one day off in one whole entire year. Not took no pain medications. He don't need all those chemical infused products, because we got this 100% all natural products here with Total Life Changes. And he's loving it. Now I know he didn't even know the name of it. Just I say about 5 months ago, he came to me, and I didn't have any at the house. I was so busy working, and he was like, "Babe, I need them back pills. Do you have them back pills?" And me didn't understand what he was talking about. I'm like, "What back pills?" He was like, "That TLC stuff you be talking about all the time." I'm like, "Oh, you mean the chaga?" "Yes, that's my new medication." He called that his new medication, right? So let's get these products into our family and friends to help them feel better about themselves. Help them get that energy back. Help them get up and going. My husband laid on the couch for 8 months. 8 months, you guys. These products work. Let's get him into these products. Let's get the people into these products. My husband is in the products. I use the products 7 days a week. I'm literally on 5 different products. And I know that might sound like a lot to you guys, but I'd rather be on 5 different all-natural products to give me the energy. I wake up without being tired. I look at my skin. I have no makeup on, And I can't even go through all the products, because this is not what this Facebook Live is about. But I'm just saying, these products work. I haven't felt this way since running track at the age of in high school, and I feel great. I wish you guys could feel this way. With me and my husband using so much products a month consistently, did you hear me? We use these products consistently. so they can continue to work in our bodies. We have to be consistent with everything we do, right? And that's anything in life. We have to be consistent in taking a bath, right? Because if we don't take a bath consistently, we're going to stink. We're going to have dirt on our bodies. Our faces and our bodies going to be like grime. We have to be consistent with working, right? Because if we don't work, we can't pay bills. And you know, and everybody who on earth now, who was born, who's an adult, have a bill or two. So if you're not consistent in working or you know, out there grinding for yourself, how are you going to pay bills? How are you going to be consistent with that? If you don't be consistent in eating on a day-to-day basis, right? What does that do? We have to feed and nourish our bodies. And that's not only saying that you don't have to be consistent with taking these products, but that's with anything out of life. I'm consistent in taking Total Life Changes products because they work. They simply work, you guys. And with me saying this, when I first started speaking about, I was not in this for the financial side of it, but I see that I can earn 50% as being my own customer. I don't even need customers. I can be my own customer because me and my husband, between the both of us, we need to save money, right? Because we have 2 kids getting ready to graduate and go off to college this summer. So with me being my own customer, I get to save 50%. I get 50% of my money back from each product that I purchase. And when you become a business partner of mine or with the business partners of my business partners, you get to earn 50% of retail customer sale just by you being your own customer. That's why retail sales come so easy to me, because I'm my own customer. The clients love what they're seeing. And why not make 50% of whatever product that I sell? Because with them loving what they seeing in me and me sharing my own testimonials, sharing how great the product worked, and if I'm selling them a product, why not make 50% of that money's back, right? I don't treat Total Life Changes like it's a business, because I love sharing with others and assisting them into getting great health, having great health to live longer. I am very passionate, as you can see. I am very passionate when it comes to Total Life Changes, because Total Life Changes has done something great for me as well as my family and friends. I have great testimonials that come in with my customers, my clients in the salon. I can see a great change in them on a day-to-day basis, and I love it. This is not a job for me. I do not consider Total Life Changes work. I consider it a lifestyle. I love it. I love helping others. I love helping people look better, feel better about themselves. It's passionate. We have to be passionate in what we do in order to have great sales, right? And like I said, it's not all about the money, but hey, why not make money getting other people to feel great? I love it. And that's why, it's very important that I share 2 very, very great products that everybody must start with. We must detox. And we use the ISO Detox Tea, and we must put the good back in, because sometimes when we detox, we take some of the bad out of our bodies. So I want to put some of the good back in. So I try to sell I will not sell the ISO tea without the NutriBurst, period, point blank. Because we need to detox our bodies. We need to put the good back into our bodies. Everyone needs a great detox. Everybody needs to rid all the waste and toxins from their colon, intestines, liver, kidney, lungs, as well as the blood, the whole entire digestive system. We must rid our bodies of all the toxins that we breathe and intake on a day-to-day basis, even in the foods we eat. We think that it's all good, clean food. Fish, chicken, any meats, they all have parasites and toxins that we must clean out of our bodies every day, right? I know I have clients, coughing sometimes in here, and I want them to detox, or I have to detox, so I don't get that into me, because those germs and toxins and parasites, and I detox on a day-to-day basis. Detoxing is not a weight loss. Detoxing is ridding the waste so we can get our waste back, right? I love detoxing. When you detox, it targets that midsection, your abdomen area, right? Because that's where our colon and our intestines are. So we want to keep that clean. And I want to have a few examples of detoxing our bodies, as well as putting the good back into our bodies with the liquid multivitamin NutriBurst. And what the NutriBurst is it's a liquid multivitamin with all your essential nutrients, all the vitamins that you need from A to Z, as well as your amino acids, minerals, proteins, folic acid for that great hair, that biotin to help your skin and your hair and nails look great, right? All your whole grain fruits, foods, and vegetables, and only 1 tablespoon in 1 day give you all the nutrients that you need. And it absorbs into your body 98% into your bloodstream at a cellular level. So if you have a nightstand full of medicine, or a nightstand full of vitamins that we think are working, or a medicine cabinet full of vitamins that we might think that is working, throw that out. Throw it out, because you're only getting 20% of those pills dissolving in your system, and you're passing out in your stool the 80%, because it takes a while for those pills to dissolve in our bodies, right? And we need to detox and then put the good back in. And I'm gonna give a couple examples, not just pertaining to our health, but it's like cleansing anything. For instance, if someone walk into my salon and tell me that they don't need a shampoo, and I proceed into trying to curl that dirty hair, that hair that has all that grime on it, that look and it smells, and it looked like it hadn't been shampooed for months, and I go in and try to curl that hair and try to get that style, it's going to be impossible for me to get the desired style with that dirty hair, right? And that's pertaining to our bodies. You can't get the desired benefits when you got all that bad stuff in your bodies. So we have to get a good detox before we put the good in. And that's like, with curling that hair and trying to get that desired curl, I can't get that unless I have a clean slate. I must shampoo that hair, put in the right products into that hair in order for that desired style to come, right? The same with our bodies. And I have another example, because I am in the beauty business. So, and that was an example that I wanted to use. But I want to also use another example. If you're in a snowstorm and the city has to put down that salt, and we driving and that salt builds up on our cars, and if we don't clean our cars right, what does that salt do? That salt starts eating at the paint. That salt starts eating at the car parts. And that's going to leave, bad holes and a bad paint job, because we have to clean our cars, right? We have to clean all the bad off of our cars in order for our cars to look right? And for instance, if you're driving your car for a year and you don't get an oil change done, And if you don't get that oil change done, what does that do? It's going to allow that car not to function, right? You might go into having engine problems. That's the same with our bodies. We must cleanse our bodies and put the good back in. That's why I do not sell the ISO Detox Tea without selling the NutriBurst, because we have to detox and put the good back in, right? And another example, I did research on Elvis Presley. And if we don't do a good detox on our bodies and our organs tend to shut down. So when we got all that bad fecal matter in us, and what that does with all that toxin and waste, it starts to tackle at our organs. So we want to make sure we detox to keep that from happening. And I did a research on Elvis Presley. Elvis Presley died at the age of 42 years old. And when Elvis Presley died, he died of 40 pounds. 40 pounds, ladies and gentlemen, of fecal matter in his colon and his intestines. And what that does is it starts tackling at your organs. And it starts making your body shut down. Elvis Presley had diabetes. Elvis Presley had high blood pressure. And also he had bad eating habits. So if we change our eating habits and we have a clean system by detoxing, it will, assist in allowing our organs to function properly. And if I know if Elvis Presley family wished that TLC was around back in the day for him to get that great detox to rid those 40 pounds of fecal matter out of his body, just think what he would have looked like, what he would have felt like if Total Life Changes was around back in the day when Elvis Presley was alive. Oh my God. Oh my God. Total Life Changes, no, it has changed many people's lives for the better. And I know it's changed my life for the better. I just can't see myself I can't see myself using any other products. I am on no other medications. I have no other medications in my home. I know when I went to the doctor was wondering why my body is so healthy. And it's because of Total Life Changes. And remember, you guys, I was battling cancerous cells. I was battling severe anemia. And I've been severe anemia since being an adolescent. I no longer battle that anymore. And I'm going to say it again. Total Life Changes hold no medical claims, mitigations, or cures to anything. I'm giving you my own personal testimonies of what Total Life Changes has done for me. And I want to share a little bit about a few products that I use on a daily basis to give me this energy and this passion that I have, and I work out daily and I'm not tired, right? I might sweat a little bit, but it don't break me down. I don't take prescribed drugs, and I never really took prescribed drugs, really, because I wasn't an advocate of taking what the doctor prescribed. I know sometimes we have to listen to what the doctors say, but I don't get into taking chemically induced products. So I've always been, somewhat health conscious of what I put into my body. And I want to share a little bit of what I take on a day-to-day basis of what I use. I use I detox every day, the ISO Detox Tea. I take the NutriBurst every day. I take the Tichui for my, what I had low blood for my severe anemia, that it's now balanced my blood. And like I said, I work out. So the Tichui, it burns fat, builds muscle. So that's what I love about the Tichui. The Chaga, I had already said, is anti-everything. And it's that anti-cancer, right? So that's what I take, the Chaga, every day. And I use an emu oil that Sorry, you guys. That's business phone. I use the emu oil that I really use on my skin every day. You guys Google these products because these products work on for multiple things. And I also want to share, a little bit how I start to retail, how I got my retail game up. And it wasn't with Total Life Changes. I can remember when I was in 4th grade and I was wanting to run summer track. And the coach told us that we needed, I apologize for that. That's my aunt trying to call me. I don't know what she's wanting. I will get back with her when this is over. And I can remember when my coach told me that we needed a new track uniform and some other miscellaneous things. So I went to my grandma and asked her, Grandma, we need these things, this track uniform and these other things that coach saying that we needed. And my grandma told me, baby, we could not afford it at this time. And it was 22 of us living in the house at that time. 22. My grandmother had 14 kids. And out of those 14 kids, 2 was deceased. Well, no, 3 was deceased. And out of those kids, she raised the grandkids. So I was one of those grandkids in that house of almost 22 people, right? So I understood, the struggle and what she could not afford. So what I did was my grandpa, and it was a lot we had to slave, baby. We had to slave around the house. But we earned that $5 a week allowance. And with that $5 a week allowance, I took $5 to the candy store. I'm in 4th grade, you guys. The 4th grade. And I took that $5 to the candy store, and I went and bought 1-cent candy, and that $5 got me 500 pieces of candy. I took it to school the next day, and I sold those penny candies for 2-cent candies, and I was a happy 4th grader. I sold 500 pieces of candy for $10, and I got that $10 back. And I took it to the candy store and I bought $10 worth of candies. And I took it to the school the next day. And I sold all of that candy and I earned $20. And with that day, I bought $20 worth of candy. Took it to the school, and I sold the $20 worth of candy, and I made 40 cents. You guys understand where I'm coming from, correct? And could y'all excuse me, give me 30 seconds. Let me see what my aunt is calling me about. Hello, first class. This is Zetta. How can I help you? Hello? Okay, I must have pressed the delete button. And I hope it's not too important because my aunt has been trying to contact me. Okay, give me a couple seconds. I apologize again. Hello, first class. Can I help you? Hi, T. I see you trying. This is Zetta. You trying to get in contact with me? Is it an emergency? Yes, ma'am. What's going on? Let me call you back because there's nothing I can do about that now. I'm on a live Facebook. Okay, and I will call you back as soon as I get up. Thank you. Okay, bye. I apologize for that, you guys, but that was my aunt calling to let me know someone had just passed away in my family in Alabama. And you guys say a prayer for our family because if it's not one thing, it's another. And I don't want to close this Facebook feed out. I will contact them later. Just say a prayer for us, please. Okay, as I was singing, I'm sorry, you guys. I'm so sorry. I'm going to get it together. As I was saying, with my retail game, I sold the 40. I made the $40. But I understand. You guys understand where I'm coming from. That's how I started my retail game, as in hustling. I'm a true hustler. That's why I get my hustle from. That's why I have to work for myself to make my own monies. I want to set the standard for how much money that I can make. And at this early age as being in the 4th grade, I knew the importance of a dollar and how to double that dollar to get what I want, right? If you want it bad enough, you will go out there and get it, just like I did as in 4th grade, right? I hustled up my money to get the track uniforms and whatever else I needed to run track. This leads me into why you logged into this Facebook Live post on how I made $1,900 in 3 days. Ladies and gentlemen, I made $1,900 in 3 days. Not from no one going into my, onto my website. This is $1,900 belly to belly. I'm not saying it's 7 days out of the week, right? I'm saying that I made $1,900 in 3 days. Not the other 4 days. Just in 3 days. I made $1,900. And and a TOC holds no financial claim to anything. I grind hard. Just by talking to people, communicating with people, and being the product of the product. TLC products sell for itself. It's in you on what you want to work hard for, right? How much money you want to make in the hustle and what you do on a day-to-day basis. If you don't work, you don't get paid. If you sit on the couch 24/7, you don't get paid. I get paid just by speaking on how great Total Life Changes has changed my life physically, financially, spiritually, and the people get it, right? I have trust in people. People trust me because I'm consistent in what I'm doing. And when you're consistent and have passion for what you're doing, people will trust you. I had this young lady reach out to me. She's a Facebook friend of mine. I don't know if she saw me on social media, Instagram, Twitter, or whatever. But she reached out to me and she said, Zetta, I see that you had something posted about the STEM sense. And I said, yeah. She said, could you explain a little bit more about that for me? And I said, sure. She said, I would love for my mother and my aunt, this was on a Tuesday. She said, I would love for my mother and aunt to come in with me. I said, sure, absolutely. So I scheduled that belly-to-belly, talk with her for Thursday evening. She never used Total Life Changes products. She didn't know anything about the products. All she knew was, with me being consistent on social media, with me being consistent in ingesting the products myself, because when you're taking the products, people want to see that you're using the products. So stay consistent in whatever you guys are doing. She reached out to me and saw that I was consistent. She had trust in me, and she wanted to know more about the STEM sense. And like I said, I don't sell any Total Life Changes products without selling the ISO Detox Tea and the NutriBurst first. I will not sell the tea without selling the NutriBurst. Those two products work hand in hand. So I automatically knew that I had to explain the tea and the NutriBurst as well as the STEM sense. But I wanted to know what kind of ailments was they facing. So when I met with these young ladies and I asked them, first you want to ask people, what ailments or what health ailments are you facing or are you challenging? And this young lady began to say she had a list of stuff. And in my head, I'm like, oh my God, do I have the solution for you? And after they walked out of the salon with all the ailments that they was going through, and remind you me, they was not leaving out of the salon without the ISO Detox Tea and the NutriBurst. So that was 2 products that I knew I sold to them because I have trust in them, right? They began to talk about, the high blood pressure, the diabetes, the arthritis, the pains in the shoulders. And this young lady is 35 years old, and she just had the arthritis and the pains. And I knew that I'm like, wow, at 35 years old, if you had allowed me to explain these other products to you, I will get you and help assist you into getting your health back. After I got done explaining these products, each of those young ladies left out of the salon with trust in me, $300 a piece or more. I averaged it out to be $300 a piece. That was $900, you guys, in 20 minutes. It took me 20 minutes to explain the products. This leads me to say, you guys have to know, ladies and gentlemen, the products, the benefits of these products, the ingredients in these products. We have to share with these people on what gold mine that we are sitting on with Total Life Changes. Learn the ingredients, learn the benefits, so you can aid in assisting others and how great these products work in the health ailments that they are going through. And I mean, neither of these people even use the products. But by me being consistent for over a year in how great these products work for us, how these products work for me, you can sell this dream. When Jack Fallon created Total Life Changes, he came up with the perfect name, Total Life Changes. It's as simple as that. It has changed so many lives for the better. It has changed my life, my husband's life, my family's life, my mother's life for the better. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna let you guys know that these young ladies, when they came in, they did not have cash on them. So we must have to, as a business, run our business like a business. So we must accept all streams of a way of getting paid, right? We have to have where we can have accept credit cards, PayPal. Have your Square readers, because had I if I had not had these things set up and they did not have cash, these young ladies would have left and told me they was going to the ATM or to the bank, and they might have never would have came back. So you guys have, a multiple ways of accepting monies, right? Because having cash on hand, some people just don't have it these days anymore. They don't trust the next person, or they might be getting robbed. So, a lot of people hold their cards with them. They carry their, PayPals with them. We have our cell phones with us on a day-to-day basis to see, what's going on. So allow, your Square reader from your cell phone. Swipe them cards from your cell phone. PayPal is from your cell phone. PayPal to PayPal, right? So, have multiple ways of accepting monies. Don't limit yourself. The second day, which was on a Friday, I was at work all day. And remind you guys, I do Total Life Changes part-time. I work in the salon full-time. So while I'm working in the salon, this was a Thursday I made the $900. I was at work on a Friday. And a couple of my customers coughing. It's flu season and cold season. And a few of my customers are in here coughing. Right? And they was, sneezing and carrying on. And I usually, will turn a customer away because, I'm very germophobic. Very, very germophobic. But I know I have products that work. So what I told, there was about 3 people in here at the time doing that coughing and sneezing. And as I'm explaining to them how great these products work, what these clients, they all say, you need the tea and you need the NutriBurst, because I can't sell one without the other. So with them 3 customers, I sold them, the tea and the NutriBurst, because the tea is going to rid our bodies of all those toxins, like I said, right? The NutriBurst is going to put all those great vitamins back into the bodies. The vitamin C is in the NutriBurst. So we want to build our immune system strong. We want to, rid our bodies of all that bad. And that's what's going to allow us to fight off that common cold, right? With the tea and the NutriBurst. And within those 3 people, I made $100 a piece. That's $300, right? And as I'm explaining to them, and they got their products on their hand, and I have more customers coming in. They want to know, well, you ain't sold me those NutriBurst and that tea. What's going on with that? What's about that? So I go in and explaining to them how great these products work. I had 5 people in a matter of 45 minutes buying the ISO Detox tea and the NutriBurst just by fighting and battling the common cold. These products fight the common cold. The ISO Detox tea and the NutriBurst. 5 people. I made $500 in the matter of 45 minutes. Okay? And I know I value your time, so I'm going to keep going. So on that Saturday, which is the 3rd day, I do a lot of older clients, a lot of elderly clients that come in on a Saturday. And the most common thing that I love to ask people, how are you doing? If I'm out in Walmart, if I'm out in the grocery store, I'm constantly asking people, how are you? You know what? I am giving out this nugget just so you guys can go out there and tell the world, ask the world, how are you? Right? And 9 times out of 10, those clients or those potential customers, they're going to say, oh, I'm not feeling good. My head hurt. My shoulder hurt. My back hurt. My knees been bothering me. My foot is aching. Always ask someone, how are you doing? How are you feeling? Because they're going to come up with something that's bothering them. Total Life Changes have products. We have weight loss products, health and wellness products. We have aging and longevity products, skincare products. Everybody has skin, right? So is somebody going to have some kind of skin ailment that you're going to see, right? Even if they have that pretty glistening skin, they can have it glistening even more, right? So always ask people, how are they doing? Or even how are they feeling? Or what you doing this evening? Or you got something going on? Because Total Life Changes has a garment line that will suck, tuck, and lift you in all the right places, right? Up under our clothing. Everybody want to have that Beyonce feeling and look like that Beyonce. We want to be snatched in all the right places, right? And as that Saturday, I was asking these clients, how are you doing? And ain't nobody going to leave out of my beauty salon without having a product in their hand if they never use Total Life Changes. So with me asking them, how are you doing? I sold another $500 worth of products. So remind me, Friday was $900. Thursday was $900. Friday was $500. Saturday was $500. And I still sold 4 days worth of products, but we're going to focus on these 3 days. So within 20 minutes Thursday, 45 minutes Friday, and I say within 3 hours Saturday. So let's say about 4 hours total. I made $1,900 in 4 hours. Could you guys clock in at your 9 to 5 and make $1,900 in 4 hours and love what you're doing? Have passion for what you're doing? Speaking on a product that you feel great about? And I'm going to go on because I value your time. And I know a lot of people are on their lunch break and they're tuning in. And if you guys have any questions for me, leave them in the comment section, and I answer them as swiftly and as best that I know how. Remember, you guys, stay consistent. Don't shy away from speaking about your business, about the products that you have in your business. You know, share it with everyone, everywhere you go. Time is money, and money is time. So let's go. Let's sow. And no, let's go. Let's grow, and let's sow them seeds to everyone, because everyone needs a total life change. Peace and blessings. And I love every one of you.